We've got some big breaking news coming in from across the border in Pakistan, and that of the former Prime Minister Nawaz Sharif being sentenced to 10 years in jail, while Maryam Sharif has also been sentenced to 7 years. Both of them have been fined in millions as well. Nawaz Sharif 8 million, Maryam 2 million pounds. These are the latest punishments coming to light in the case, of course, that has been going on against them. They had asked for an exemption plea, but that was not granted. And this is a major development now coming in from Pakistan. Former Prime Minister has been sentenced to 10 years in jail. This is as big as it gets. And of course, remember, there's a caretaking government currently in power in Pakistan. This is the father-daughter duo being sentenced to massive jail sentences and also big fines being given out to them. This is an accountability court in Islamabad that has produced a judgment. There are, of course, allegations and charges of corruption that were filed against the Sharif family, and the National Accountability Bureau had not just disqualified him, but now there is the judgment coming out, and it's a massive development. Remember, this all started with the Panama Papers leak, where Nawaz Sharif was named. First, he was disqualified from taking office, and now the father-daughter duo have been sentenced to jail and also a big fine. We've got our colleague from Islamabad, Anas, joining us over the phone line. Anas, give us the latest.
Absolutely, it's a big judgment coming in from here in Pakistan from the Accountability Court. Just a while back, the judge of the Accountability Court, Judge Mohammad Bashir, he's announced the verdict. Nawaz Sharif, the former Prime Minister of Pakistan, has been sentenced for prison up to 10 years, and his daughter Maryam Nawaz has been sentenced into prison for 7 years as well. His son-in-law, Captain Sasser, has been sentenced into prison for 1 year by the Accountability Court. Along with that, they have to pay a fine as well. Nawaz Sharif has been fined 8 million pounds. Whereas his daughter Maryam Nawaz fined 2 million pounds. They have to pay this fine within 1 year of time. Now, this is a very marked judgment because these references were initially based on corruption, filed by the National Accountability Bureau, presumably on the corruption charges that the former Prime Minister was facing on the Panama Papers case. The Amnesty reference was basically on the apartment that was bought in London by the offshore companies of Hussain and Hassan Nawaz, the sons of Nawaz Sharif, but they had failed to show their ownership. Nawaz Sharif had maintained that they had bought these flats in 2006, 2007, whereas the document showed that the Sharif family had often bought the apartments ownership back in 1992 and 1993, and their ownership had been named after the children of Nawaz Sharif, that are Hussain and Hassan Nawaz. What is to be noted that the two were actually, back in 1992, 1993, they were actually minors. They were 13 and 12 years old respectively. So the actual reference was that these apartments, they've been made through corruption money, and they've been hidden in their assets as well. So it's a landmark judgment coming in here from Pakistan. Now, this is just one reference that is in this judgment has announced just right outside. We're right outside the Accountability Court right now, and this is just one reference. There are two more references that are to follow that are currently in question as well. The Al Azizia steel mill reference and the Gulf Steel Hilton Metal Gulf Steel reference as well. This is the Avonfield apartment reference that has been in which the verdict has been announced. And former Prime Minister of Pakistan, the three-time Prime Minister of Pakistan, Nawaz Sharif, has been sentenced into prison for 10 years. Yes.
Okay, Anas, just stay with us. This is, of course, in relation to the Panama Papers case. This case was registered just mid last year, and the trial had commenced in September. And remember, at the time, the courts had said that they need to speed up this trial and it should be completed within a few months. We've got, as many as hundreds of hearings, more than 100 hearings that have happened, 18 prosecution witnesses, and there was a joint investigation team as well. Politically speaking, though, Anas, how do you find this judgment? Are there any legal recourses left for the Sharif family?
Absolutely. Politically speaking, there are legal options that are left for the Sharif family. They can challenge edict in the High Court and the Supreme Court as well, which we are picking up from our sources here in Pakistan, that the PMLN that the Sharif family would be challenging this verdict in the Supreme Court. Now, what is to be seen that would they be getting a relief from the Supreme Court? What the lawyers will be aiming for is an interim relief the sentence about the commencement of the sentence, and that they will be going for a review as well. So it is indeed. The option for the Sharif family are currently open, but what has to be noted is that after the announcement of the judgment, will the Sharifs come back to Pakistan? Because they're currently in London. The wife of Nawaz Sharif, Nawaz
exactly.
She's been on ventilator for the past 23 days, and now after this landmark judgment, the question is that would they be coming back to Pakistan anytime soon? Yes.
Yes, in fact, Anas, that was going to be my next question. They're, of course, not in Pakistan. So what happens from here on is also a big question. And let's go across for the first political reaction in India. BJP's Nalin Kohli is now joining us over the phone line. Nalin, your first response. All right, let's go across to Naveen Chaudhary, PPP leader, now joining us for a quick reaction on this. Naveen Chaudhary ji, your first response on what has just happened. This is a massive, massive sentence and a massive embarrassment for Nawaz Sharif.
Yes, you're right. This is a massive, but this is the one which everybody was expecting actually, because they did not provide any evidence. They did not provide anything else. So naturally, the connection was there. It was written on the wall. So this is not any such sentence. It was not expected.
Do you think they'll come back to Pakistan now?
If they want to get some session or some going for a peace, they have to surrender. They have to surrender. Or otherwise, the law doesn't make anything else.
But what is your feeling?
I think they have to surrender. I think they will surrender themselves.
Yes, go ahead, go ahead.
They will surrender themselves.
So politically speaking, what does this mean for Pakistan?
Actually, you see, this is a new era in this way that somebody sitting on such a high pedestal is involved in corruption and is connected, and his property is confiscated for this purpose. It's a very important decision which has been taken this way. And the way Nawaz Sharif's family was denying it, now Nawaz Sharif is going to be history in the politics, because he cannot even contest elections, not take a part in politics after this election.
What about the fact that they claim that they are being hounded? Well, anyways, we'll leave it at that. PPP leader Naveen Chaudhary joining us. So we're following more details as far as this big case is concerned. Corruption cases haunting the Sharif family. The father-daughter duo have actually been sentenced to a massive sentence of 10 and 7 years respectively, and also an 8 million and 2 million pounds fine. Anas continues to be with us. Anas, give us a sense of what happened really in court as the judgment was being pronounced. We'll connect with Anas Malik in just a bit. Our associate editor Aditya Rajkol is also joining us. Aditya, of course, anything that happens in Pakistan is of great importance to India as well. How do you read this latest development?
Well, first come first, this is a massive jolt coming in to the Nawaz Sharif family and the PMLN, because let's remember, this comes just 20 days ahead of the general elections in Pakistan. This has massive consequences on what general elections would be like. Nawaz Sharif may not be able to contest the elections, one, certainly, and secondly, will he really return to Pakistan? One, because on a personal level, they have a tragedy in the family because his wife is unwell. She is suffering from a disease and has been hospitalized in London, and both of them are in London right now. So this becomes very, very, messed up politics. The history is such that one, in July 2017, he was ousted by the Supreme Court of Pakistan. He had to resign as the Prime Minister, but later the question is that there's been a growing difference between the Pakistani military and Nawaz Sharif and the PMLN. There was that feud that was reported by Cyril Almeida in the Dawn newspaper that led to the Dawn Leaks case as well, in which the military in Pakistan was in loggerheads with Nawaz Sharif and his brother Shahbaz Sharif as well. In a particular meeting of the national security in Pakistan last year, they almost came to blows inside that meeting, be it the PMLN leaders, the Shahbaz Sharif, who is the CM of Punjab, or in fact, even the Pakistan military. So this perhaps has larger overtones of the Pakistan military as well, but this is historic judgment in the Evenfield reference case, which is linked to the Panama reference also, in which Nawaz Sharif has been now convicted to 10 years in prison. Of course, Maryam Nawaz has also been convicted to 7 years, and they will have to furnish money as well.
Right.
Captain Sharif, the husband of Maryam, has also been sentenced to 1 year, and this is a massive setback coming into PMLN, who have been in fact indicating that the military has been against them, and off late there seems to be some kind of a sinister plot against the PMLN.
Let's also go across to